Let you know when we live.
We should just that music in the beginning. I don't know how to play that. Can we play that?
Yeah.
That our intro?
Oh, ours. Ooh.
Mm.
We are now streaming live on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Folks, give us a second to get in here with you.
You're waking up. Good morning, everyone. You're waking up with the Urban Coffee Club, the #1 urban news and entertainment podcast. Meet your host. What up? It's your boy, Devon King, coming at you live.
Full effect and direct.
Yo, yo, yo. It is your girl, the one and only Miss Giovanna Marie.
Yes.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy, Devon King, and we are coming at you live, full effect and direct to bring you the Urban Coffee Club, which is definitely the #1 podcast right now, streaming on the face of the planet. What's up? What's up, Giovanna Marie?
What's up, D? What's going on?
Everything is love. I mean, we finally here. We finally launched this beautiful platform that we standing on right now, and bringing people this thing. Now, folks, we are coming at you definitely remote. With the COVID-19, pandemic still going on, still strong, despite how some people living or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this remotely to make sure that we do this safe, and to make sure that we keep everybody around us safe. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, Giovanna Marie, why don't you tell the people a little bit about you real quick? Can you do that?
I can. So you guys, my name's Giovanna Marie. Better known by my pen name, author J.M. Polizon, because I am an author as well as an actress and a screenwriter. Yeah, I do a little bit of it all. But I'm a 4-time published author, award-winning author. Let me add that part.
Award-winning author.
I gotta add that part. You gotta add that part. Recently featured in the New York Times and LA Tribune. But yeah, I'm just an all-around entertainer.
That's right. She absolutely is. I call Giovanna Marie the hardest working woman in the entertainment business. If you follow her Instagram, you will absolutely see why. I've never seen a lady work harder in my entire life. About your boy, Devon King, many of you know me. I'm an actor. I featured in series like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I've co-starred in movies like Death Wish with Bruce Willis, and co-starred alongside of movies with Samuel L. Jackson like Chirac and Angela Bassett. So I'm grateful for the opportunities I've gotten. I'm also an essential worker. Work for Beaumont Hospital, and I'm proud of what I do there. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me and Giovanna Marie decided we was gonna link up, and that we was gonna do this podcast and do something, positive in these times to bring the people. It's a lot of different podcasts out there. What's gonna make us different is we doing it from a perspective of the people that's in our age range. I'm gonna say our age range because it ain't none of your business how we actually are.
Right.
That's what you gotta know.
It's a mystery.
That's right. And we're gonna leave it that way. But for the ones that's tuning in, y'all about we about the same, man. You dig what I'm saying? So you feel us, we gonna do it for our age range. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I hope you all are too. So let's get into it. I'm about to get into it with some topics. We sketched out a few topics. We're not gonna hold y'all long this evening. We're gonna try to jump right into this thing and make sure that we keep it moving. We would we would really enjoy if you all would comment below. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling something, if you want to tap in, let us know. If it's a topic that you really would like to tap in on, and we'll make sure we get y'all in there. You dig that? So moving right along. I'm going to bring up our first topic of the day, or of the evening, excuse me, which is going to be the one and only, the legendary greatest golfer of all time, Mr. Tiger Woods. As we all know, Tiger Woods was in a car crash. I believe he like went off a cliff or something like that, or something to that nature. Like, it's tragic. I mean, we looking at arguably the greatest golfer in the history of the sport. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods is arguably. I mean, it's like people arguing about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he's arguably the greatest golfer of all time, and we definitely want to send him, you know, our prayers, because I mean, you know, this is a tragic thing. They're saying that he's in critical condition, that, you know, his legs are pretty banged up, and we know golfers, that's what they do. They use their back and their legs and their hands and their arms, like that's their livelihood. So
Yeah, 2021 has not been kind to us in that, as far as Black athletes, from Kobe to this.
Yeah, I still feel like that's surreal. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That still feels so surreal. So, you know, our prayers, we definitely just had to mention that. It's not really a lot to cover. I mean, Tiger Woods, you know, I mean, he made, you know, Nike Golf, and he built the brand. I mean, he built the sport back up to what it was. You know, I ain't watched no golf before Tiger Woods. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. I don't think a lot of us did, to be honest.
You feel me? So now, you know, our prayers are definitely gonna be with Tiger Woods, because he's truly a legend. Now, moving on. I'm gonna get into the next topic, which I feel is very important, and that is the COVID-19 2021, y'all. Okay, we have got now up to 500,000 cases, Miss Giovanna Marie, in the United States. We're at 500,000 cases in the United States.
Yeah. Are you getting the vaccine, D?
Listen, I got my 2 shots. You know what I'm saying? I got my 2 shots, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell the people why. For me, it's like, with me having asthma, you know, I went from a person that was working out, you know, every single day. Shout outs to the Warlords of Fitness, my fitness group. I know they feeling like I abandoned them, but I still love y'all. But Warlords of Fitness is a fitness group I started where I was working out and exercising every single day. Out of nowhere, working in the hospital as an essential worker, I didn't even test positive for COVID. I didn't test positive for the antibodies, but I had the symptoms of somebody with COVID-19. I had the shortness of breath. You know, I had the throwing up, like the chill, like I was sick, and I had to see lung doctors, pulmonologists. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and at the end result was, it had to be some type of residual effect from COVID-19. It had to be some type of something. They said this was an airborne virus. So with that being said, this was a no-brainer for me. What's bugging me out, Joe, is that you still got people out here partying like it's all good, gathering like it's all good. You see,
now I understand the apprehension behind not wanting to take the vaccine, because if you got to look at Black people's history. So right, a lot of us are skeptical. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
For sure, that's what we're here to do at times.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at through history, anytime, like from just our American government, which we know,
right,
from the Tuskegee experiment, where they came like they were going to help us, and then they were actually giving African American syphilis just to test what it's like, you know.
Right.
And I think just because of the history, the backstory, the relationship that we have with, you know, our American government, Black people are skeptical. They're like, we're not about to take that shit, you know.
Right.
Respectively, I want to wait to see how it pans out. I want y'all to take it, and I want to see y'all results before I feel comfortable enough to take it.
Well, see, that's why I felt comfortable taking it. well, it was the first time around, like the Tuskegee experiment, you know, it was just like, y'all niggas got to take this and let's, you know, it's gonna be okay. We treating this, but we really gonna test you for this. This time we got surgeons, you know, we got doctors that's taking it, you know, we got like, you know, Tyler Perry is advocating for it. You know what I mean? He's got something on YouTube. I wasn't able to watch it. My mother told me all about it, where, you know, you're able to actually go on and see, you know, what is like, I ain't gonna say the ingredients, but they talked about the ingredients. They talked about, so I like I said, I understand both perspectives though. Let me say that too. I understand the people that are saying, no, I don't want to get it. I don't know what's up with this thing. It's too soon. I feel that. But at the same time, if you, like me, if you got asthma that came back after 25 years, your ass better get it.
But see, the thing is, people that got the vaccine, some of them are still testing positive for COVID, though.
That I can't explain. Well, no. Thing is, it does. They did say that this virus will protect you up to the Pfizer, and I also believe the Moderna are like 94 to 95% that it'll protect you from getting the virus.
Right.
Doesn't mean you ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I mean, they are antibodies. We don't know how antibodies affect because at the end of the day, you are getting injected with the virus ultimately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're using those antibodies to cause a defense, you know, if you get it. So I mean, like I said, I understand both sides of the fence. If any of you all want to tap in and comment as to how you feel about this, because this is a hot topic. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing for me, we have all of these people, like when we look at the process that most vaccines go through, I mean, these are year-long trials. You know what I mean? Like, you know, 17 years that they're in trials. And that gives us enough time to see if there's going to be any adverse reactions or, you know, all of that, you know, because then what we know, for all we know, 10 years from now, is going to be a commercial saying, if you experience this and this because of the COVID vaccine, call this number. You may be entitled to compensation. You know what I mean? So I want to wait and see. I want to let people be the guinea pig first.
I feel that. I guess it's like it's out of desperation, I think, for some people. You know, also if you 89, you know, like my dad is 87 years old. That's hard for people to believe because I was a Johnny come lately. But you know, I think, you know, for certain folks, it's like, what do I got to lose?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I have to lose? Like, you know, God rest her soul, my cousin, you know, Nikki passed from this virus. I don't want to speak too highly on that because I got a lot of family that's gonna watch this podcast, and I don't want to touch on any nerves. But I will say that, you know, seeing somebody pass from it and just seeing what it did to people, you know, day to day, you know, on the front line, seeing this thing, it can definitely ruffle some feathers and make some people feel some type of way. But, you know, then again, if somebody's a perfectly healthy, able body with no underlying issues, I can understand the argument for that too. You know, that's definitely, you know, one of those things. Yeah. So if you all feel, you know, some type of way, you know, want to comment, you know, please do so down below in the comment section. Also moving along. Kim, what they call him? Kim Ye? Kim Ye? Kanye West. Kanye West, one of the most at the time. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to old backpack with the polo collar up with the Louis Vuitton, was one of the most influential musical artists, just hip hop of all time, along with Kim Kardashian. The name says it all. One of the most famous families, you know, probably now in the history of the entertainment business. Regardless of what you think about them, regardless of what a person feel about them some bad chicks, and they ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West are getting a divorce. Ain't nobody surprised.
Not at all. Not in the least. But you know what? As much grief as I've given Kim, because
Uh-huh.
I've given her grief, you know I have.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't really fault her for this.
Nah.
I mean, dealing with mental illness, to be honest, I don't know what I would do in this situation. You know, and like we know it's to love for better or worse and sickness and health. But if I'm being honest, I really can't speak on it simply because I don't know how I would react and having to deal with somebody's mental state. Because when you're dealing with somebody that's mentally ill, it's
Yeah.
tough, man.
It is tough.
That is tough. And I mean, it's a taboo to talk about in the Black community when we talk about mental health, but it's real.
Well, I'm a play devil's advocate not to, Joe. And I'm gonna tell you why, Giovanna. You don't get to $1 billion by being no food and being crazy. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of crazy people with money, but it's quite hard to become a billionaire. I bet when you in a meeting about them damn Yeezys, you know how to act.
Right.
I bet when you looking at this CEO and he's like, look, you know, we're talking $100 million that you're going to profit, you know, from these sneakers within the next quarter coming up, within the fourth quarter coming up. And we want to be in charge of your distribution coming from China or whatever, wherever the hell they making these kids bleed to their fingers is bloody to make these shoes, quiet as it's kept. But my thing is this, like, at what point is it just like, you need to quit clowning, fam? You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you know what? I don't think he ever recovered from his mom passing. I think she passed, and I don't think that he ever recovered from that. And if I was Kim,
yeah,
I feel like if this was my husband and I loved him, at some point you know that you got to get him help. Like that should have been like we got to tackle this, and
Yeah.
you need help.
yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
And I can't say whether she did that or not because, you know, again, I don't know the ins and out of their relationship. So maybe she did try that.
I mean, right. I mean, I think it was almost like trading places, like the movie with Eddie Murphy, you know what I'm saying, and my man, like where here's she coming in like the enemy to the world. Right. And here he is like this superhero to hip hop music. And now the roles is like reversed. Now it's like, bud, you walking around trumping and busting out red hats and talking about slavery as a choice to now she's saving Blacks that's been incarcerated wrongfully and getting them free. So it's like, what the hell? Like this is like this is
Twilight Zone.
Word. Like that's how it feel though. Like that's how it feel. Like it's just like, yo, like, you know, and it's crazy because, you know, I really think like, I don't know if she ever want to get married again. Because like once you have touched a certain amount of success, I think like this man is a billionaire. Like Jay-Z once said, you know, once you get used to Hamburger Helper, it's hard, it's used to filet mignon, it's hard to go back to Hamburger Helper. So
then, on top of that, well, I don't think that she have trouble, but she is
not in that sense. She got the bag.
Right, but she got what, 4 kids? We're looking at is it 4 now? 4?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't think that really applies to a woman of a certain stature. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
especially
look at it, you've got your own bag. I don't really think, because I still think
no. I'm not saying in the sense of like she need him to take care of her, nothing like that. But what I'm saying is like now you've been with a billionaire. So it's only gonna be like you're at this level, he's at this level. It's gonna be hard for her to say, damn, like your standard was so high. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that he's the most wonderful human being, but your standard was like here, Kim. And now it's like, man, come on, like, you know, but because I look at some of the cast that she was dating, it was just like none of them met that. If you look at her history, you know what I'm saying? to,
Ray
my
J.
man Ray J. Shout outs to my man Nick Cannon. I ain't gonna dog him because we did a movie together, and I probably want us to get on this podcast, so I'm gonna watch my mouth.
Yeah. Because
but
some people,
I'm gonna keep it real. And at the same time, I'm gonna keep it real though, because he gonna keep it real. When I work with Nick on Chirac, that's one thing I remember. That dude kept it real at all times. So I'm gonna keep it real at all times. None of them can keep up with her. You know what I'm saying? The type of lifestyle that her mama, you know what I'm saying? We all know Kris Jenner is a gangster in a skirt. So her mama set a standard for them girls. Like, look, none of y'all dating under this, and you ain't gonna mess with nothing under this. And it's kind of messed up in a sense because when you set that kind of standard out here, and I've talked about this in other things, and I'm gonna say it like this: show me a guy that works hard every single day. You know what I'm saying? He got a regular job. You know what I'm saying? And he trying his best. He ain't got it all, but he trying his best. And then show me a cat that's got everything. He balling. He got all the cars. He got the jewelry. He got the clothes. He got the house. He got the summer house over here, whatever the case is. And I'm line both of them up. I'm gonna show you which one is gonna last. I'm gonna show you which one most of the time is gonna be loyal. Because there's an old joke. Cat Williams was like, you want to build these guys. You want the NBA guy and all of this, but then what you don't realize, you know what I'm saying? He gonna want another star player. I think it was like Cat Williams said something to this effect, like, you shooting for the star player, but the star player ain't gonna want your motherfucking ass.
Right.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know what it is. Like our culture, especially Black culture, got this thing where like accolades is like proves where we are as far as society, and that just ain't the case. I'm gonna quickly, Joe, go to some of these comments because we got a few here. April Durson, forgive me if I said your name wrong. April says, you guys must have not had anyone close die of COVID. Having a vaccination doesn't protect, but reduces the severity of the disease. Well, April, you might have tapped in a little late, but that's what me and Joe was saying, like, hey, I got a cousin that, passed away from this virus. I've had, people very close to me besides that cousin. Everybody knows somebody at this point. I would say safe to say that knows somebody that passed from COVID. So, we're not trying to, disrespect those people, but I got to respect everybody has a choice. This is America at the end of the day. I chose that to say, yo, I'm not traveling. I'm not going to no events. I'm not going nowhere unnecessarily that I have to, you know what I'm saying? And people's excuse is, well, you got to go, you go to work, you go to the grocery store. Hell yeah, because I got to go there. I have to eat. I have to work to live. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not getting a check from a movie set or something, I got to figure out a way to live. So yes, these are things that people do to live. But as far as me just running down to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, to live it up, you know what I'm saying, for 4 or 5 days and then touch a slot machine that 5,000 other months is in touch. Come on, man. Like it's not necessary right now for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it. So so we pray for y'all, Kim and Kanye. We pray, you know what I'm saying, for anybody that's going through any type of divorce. I don't care how famous they are, you feel me? Moving along, and this is going to be one of my favorite topics of the night. Coming to America 2, baby. In the face. In the face. I can quote so many lines from this movie.
Right.
You feel me?
Because it's an iconic movie. It's a classic. It's iconic.
Oh, man. Iconic. And let's start there. Giovanna. Let me rock with you on this. We just, like I said, we could go back and forth so close on the quotes. And
my God.
And dig this. Eddie Murphy was saying, like, the reason why he brought this back is because it has such a cult following, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like for years, you on Halloween, you scrolling through your Facebook or your Instagram, all you see is these kids dressed up, you know what I'm saying, in the Zamunda or they got the.
I made a role play a couple of times, but I like whatever you like.
Yo, that was, and she got on. almost everybody in this movie, if they wasn't Eddie Murphy or Arsenio, got on. Cuba Gooding Jr., as we all know, was an extra sitting in the chair at the barbershop cheesing, and he didn't have one line. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how iconic this movie was. Like, this is one of the most talked about and watched movies of all time. Period. Hands down. Period. So brings me to my next thing. I want to know, and I'm asking the people to come holler at me about this. I want to know, how do people feel about this movie, Coming to America 2? Because like we just said, the first movie was so iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic, Giovanna, that it's almost like, please don't mess this up, fam, because if y'all mess it up, you've tarnished the legacy of Coming to America. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the trailer looked hilarious. Hilarious. But you know, it's like you done added like little pieces. You know, we know Tracy Morgan's gonna kill it. We know Eddie Murphy's gonna kill it. We know Arsenio's gonna kill it, you know, but like Wesley Snipes, Teyana Taylor, you know.
Oh, ain't no Wesley like that.
I ain't gonna do Wesley like that. I ain't gonna do Blade like that. Shout outs to Wes. All these, it's another cat I work with, matter of fact, on Chirac. Shout outs to Wesley Snipes. I ain't got no beef with you. But it's just like, man, don't mess this up, fam. Like, I'm looking, like, I remember being a kid, and God rest my brother Iman. So he would tape the movies. You remember people used to tape the VA. Now I'm showing my age. Damn. People would tape when they had a movie like that come on TV. You know, you would have a VHS, and we would get them long VHSs where you could put like 3 movies on it. And I remember it was like Coming to America was the first. It was Colors, which was another classic, cult classic back in the day. It was Coming to America, it was Colors, and it was School Days. That was like the first Spike Lee movie I ever saw, you know what I'm saying? And my favorite movie to this day, probably by Spike. So I just remember how many times like we would watch that, you know what I'm saying, like every weekend. Like it was incredible. So I want to turn to the people, and I want to know, like, how do y'all feel about this, man? Like, tap in, hit that tippity tap button. Don't be staring at us. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Tap on in and let us know, how do you feel about them 2 cats right there? Like, I'm looking at that picture, like, that's that iconic barbershop pose.
Might be, you know, it's just like, we all know that the sequels usually aren't as good as the original, period.
Absolutely. I mean, unless you're talking like a Marvel movie, when you got like, unless you're talking Spider-Man or the Avengers, where you got $100 million anyway, you know what I'm saying? So that's different. That's different though.
What do you think about Michael B being the son? That he was casted originally, but Eddie was like, nah, we're not doing that.
You know what? First of all, shout outs to Michael B. Jordan, because I think that him and our boy Nate Parker are the 2 best Black actors.
Yeah, I would have casted Michael just cause, off the strength of, you know, cause he fine.
That's your boy. Okay, I mean, listen, Michael B. Jordan, you can't take nothing away from him, or Ryan Coogler. What Ryan Coogler did with the Creed movies, you know, and Black Panther, a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying, who Ryan Coogler really is. You know, Fruitvale Station, you can't take nothing away from him. Oh, to be a young Black director doing what he's doing is iconic. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like Michael B. Jordan is no longer, as we knew it, like just some actor that's like gonna get a feature here, or you gonna see him on this, or you gonna see, like, this dude is a blockbuster, top of the A-list actor. So I get it. You're trying to line your dude up to get that next blockbuster, because at this point, what people of that level do, they go, how can I top what I've already done? It's like Michael Jackson when he went to a project, or a Jay-Z when he goes to a project, or Beyonce when she goes to a project. They're looking at, okay, how can I top what I just did. That's why a lot of the artists, you know, that we came up on, because me and you was talking the other night, Joe, about that, like the R&B artists, you know, a lot of these cats, they can't top what they've done. So it's just like,
Right.
they don't want to tarnish their legacy by trying to come out with some nonsense, and it just don't work.
Exactly.
So you feel me? I think that was the right decision by Eddie Murphy. Coming to America is his baby.
Yeah.
Coming to America is his baby at the end of the day. And it's like I was saying earlier, like before we got on, with Saturday Night Live, you know what I'm saying? Like Saturday Night Live, you had in the 80s the John Belushis, you had the Dan Aykroyds, you had the Bill Murrays, you had the Eddie Murphys, you know. Later on, you had the Will Ferrells. Like these guys was like titans of Saturday Night Live. They was like titans, man. They was like the guys of the arena when it came to Saturday Night Live. Now you look at it today, it's still good, but it'll never be that. You know what I'm saying? With Adam Sandler and all of these guys, like in a primal prime. So it'll just, I feel like it's the same thing. Like Eddie Murphy's like, no, this is my baby. Like this is the movie that pretty much, you know, catapulted his career. It was already doing this, but it catapulted him like into the stratosphere. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was the right decision. I think Michael B. Jordan is young, and Eddie Murphy's like, yo, I ain't got that many left, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a few more of these, and I'm gonna get out the way. And you can have this. I done made my mark. I done made my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm an icon in this. And Michael B. Jordan is the young king, you know, coming up, and he's got, you know, in his mind something to prove, you know, but that ain't for you, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like Coming to America, you know, is in the right hands, I believe. And I think that Michael B. Jordan, he's gonna get that. I mean, I want to see you do something new, fam. Play like King Mansa Musa. You know what I'm saying? Like do something like that about the wealthiest black man ever in Africa. Like do something about that. Like on my hoodie, Black Wall Street. You know, this is a real thing.
Somebody do need to make a movie. That absolutely needs to be a movie.
It's like my pop said, man. Like nobody wants to see the same old New Jack City boys in the hood bullshit. Just nobody wants to see that no more. We're in a time now where just nobody wants to see that no more. Not black people. You know what I'm saying? The days of Nino Brown cutting the ponytail off the Italian.
Right.
That's
Regina Smith touched on it in that on her TV series. I don't know if you saw that one on Hulu, that she has a TV series called was it The Watchers or something? Watchers?
Oh yes, she's a beast. Did you see what she did?
But she touched on Black Wall Street in that one. Okay. Where in the beginning of the series, she had them bombing the black cities and going in and bombing the black businesses behind what they thought was a black teenage boy whistling at a white.
Is that like the Emmett Till?
Sparked it. But she touches on it.
Okay. Okay. I feel that. Regina King's a beast. Shout outs to Regina.
She is. I mean, she is. She's amazing.
Like what she just did with the oh my God, the
one night in Miami. Yes, I just recently watched that too. I was like, that's amazing.
Okay, we got some comments here. I'm gonna read. Renee Lewis says, amazing movie, but I don't feel it's going to live up to the expectations. Renee, I feel you. I feel you. Hey mom, my mother's on here. Shout out. She says, I love this movie. You know what I'm saying? So, and she does. Like my mom and the generation that my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like that movie was everything to them.
Yeah, that was iconic.
You know, so I feel that. Sylvia says, hey auntie. Sylvia says, I'm looking forward to it. It's always a great comeback when they cast the same actors from 1988. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They did bring back, she said, I think it's going to be great. They did bring back.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, for sure. They did bring back James Earl Jones. You know,
Mhm.
they brought back obviously Arsenio Hall, obviously Eddie Murphy. So many. I think the original cast is back. So I think I can agree with that. And anytime you see James Earl Jones, it's a win for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Clinton Moore, what up, Pops? Clinton Moore said even the clothes that they wore in the movie showed real Black beauty. Great
Yes.
movie, man.
That's an excellent point too, though. That's an
Absolutely.
excellent point.
Absolutely. So, you know, we definitely rooting for you, Eddie Murphy. You know, we all, you know, it ain't too many people that can say they don't know an Eddie Murphy movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, moving on, and I hate to end it here, but I gotta touch it a little bit for the local folks. There was a shooting last night,
Oh yeah.
and I hate to do this, but I have to do it. I mean, this is our community, and it's important, you know, as entertainers and social activists, you know, to be sure that, you know, we're talking about what's going on in the community and in the streets. And what's sad is that this ain't even in the streets. This is the suburbs of Farmington Hills, Michigan, Zap Zone on Grand River in Orchard Lake, a place that I take my child, a place that I've taken my child for her birthday. Um, there was a shooting. Somehow, two rival crews got into it. And long story short, some shots rang out, and these fools, not only, I thought it was just a shooting in the parking lot. No, these clowns decided they were going to shoot up the doors of the Zap Zone where these mothers and these fathers and these innocent, beautiful babies, these children were playing and having a good time with their parents. Mm, mm, mm. Where's Charlemagne when I need the donkey of the day?
Right.
Because I'm just say this, man. It used to be a code, you know, of the streets, man. Like it was a code of the streets, and I know there's many that can account for this, because you know I grew up around a lot of gangsters. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And one thing I know about real gangsters is that first off, they don't talk about the life they lived.
Right.
Anybody that's really been out there, they don't want no praises over that, and they not talking about it. But one thing I remember listening to the OGs when I came up, you don't do your dirt around kids, and you don't
Right.
put kids in harm's way. What in the hell kind of existence are we living in? Where
This
these
is new age gangsters. That's what this is.
This
It's
is.
new age. Like if you even if you went back to Scarface, like
That's
his
right.
the whole basis of the movie was he wasn't going to blow up the car with the kids inside of it.
Right. Say that.
You
Say
know what I'm
that.
saying? So like we grew up in a different era. It was different. Like the way that the laws that we abided by,
Yeah,
just the street code, everything was different
absolutely.
in the era that we grew up in.
100%. And I blame, people can say what they want, but I blame the hip hop, man. I'm gonna say it. We can argue till we blue in the face, but people can say what they want about the rap that we came up on. But every rapper that we came up on that went to some legendary position in his life started speaking on things that were positive in the community. One of the last rhymes Tupac said was, let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we think, let's change the way we live, let's change the way we treat each other. The old way wasn't working, so it's up to us to survive. That was one of the last songs he made with changes. Biggie Smalls, same thing. You know, with Sky's the Limit. If y'all ever seen the movie Notorious, I know you have, Giovanna. You know, he literally says in the movie, yo, I can't rap about this no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not who I am no more. Jay-Z, same thing. It's like I'm not, it's all about Black empowerment for these guys now. But it's these young, stupid, I don't even know what to, like, I can't.
Mumble rappers. I call them the mumble rappers because they make no sense in even what they're saying.
And the thing is, you know, these are the ones that grew up, like we were at the start of the social media generation. We were at the beginning of when all of this, when the MySpaces, when the Facebooks, they grew up in the prime So like when an artist, anytime you see somebody like Jay-Z come with a video on a YouTube, and then that video only does 5 million views, and then you got somebody like a Tekashi 6ix9ine with 100 million views. Houston, we have a damn problem. And it ain't that real don't recognize real, it's that these kids rule social media now. So that's a problem for me. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this is one of those topics that, you know what I'm saying, we really got to come back to. You know what I'm saying? That we really got to come back to. But for now, I'm just gonna say, I pray for these families that were affected by this shooting. We have to do better. We have to do better. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Detroit. I mean, I know this COVID got these clowns tripping. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just appalled. Like, I'm flabbergasted at what society has become. That now there's no code anymore of the streets. There's no ethics anymore of the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, the kids are the future, at the end of the day. So, we definitely got to protect these babies, man. So, and that's that, I feel how I feel about that, but that's just that. So. Yeah. But anyways, moving along. It's been real. This was a great start to our podcast, y'all. I would like to say, definitely follow Miss Javonna Marie and myself on Instagram. You can find us at the Urban Coffee Club. If you just type in that, you will find Urban Coffee Club, Coffee Club on Instagram. This was really more or less our first podcast. So we will be getting it onto our YouTube page, which is also the Urban Coffee Club. Let them know your Instagram, your personal Instagram also, Javonna.
So the personal one is author_Javonna Marie. Javonna is spelled Jobahna Marie. And it should come up, you guys. But yeah.
Big day. Mine is also Red Carpet Mafia Don. Y'all can follow me there. Red Carpet Mafia Don, one word. Also, my daughter is very excited about starting her own podcast. I promised her that I would come on her podcast. So Savannah.
She is so gorgeous. I just love her.
Savannah, say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Okay, and let the people know about your podcast.
My YouTube channel is on YouTube. Please subscribe and give me a huge thumbs up. Bye.
That's Savannah's World of Play, ladies and gentlemen. Savannah's World of Play. So I definitely look forward, to you all following her as well, because we got to support the babies.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, it's your boy, Devonnie King.
And your girl, Javonna Marie.
And we love y'all, man. God bless you. God keep you. And we will see you the next time. And we will be definitely letting you know for the next podcast that we have coming here in the near future. All right. Peace, 2 fingers. God bless y'all.
Right.
Good night.
Good night.